What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I am your host, Nolan Skeen, alongside Antonio Fiore, Salestrina. Gentlemen, this might be the worst podcast we're ever going to do.
Why?
Because, the worst possible outcome has come to fruition, I think, for most NFL fans.
Well,
That's true.
The season's
Living outside
over.
of
Patrick
Missouri.
Mahomes won it down. Kyle Shanahan chokes it on.
Yeah.
It's just the same old, same old. Now we have no football.
But,
And
okay.
we have to listen to the Chiefs' blowjob for the next 8 months.
Yes.
See, that's the difference about when the Pats dynasty was going on. Is I feel like they didn't get the blowjob for the entire offseason.
No, everyone hated them, but now everyone's like, I'm fucking Patrick Mahomes.
But
All
did everyone love the Patriots in the beginning? I mean, I was too young to know, but
I don't know.
That I don't know.
is it going to be one of those things where okay, it's 10 years from now and they're still trying to get Super Bowls and everyone's like, they suck, fuck them. Everyone turns on them. Whereas I feel like everyone in the general public has turned on them.
Probably at this
right.
point.
Everybody in the general public has
But the
turned
media
on them. But the
sucks them
media,
off.
yeah, that's what I mean. The media is definitely all about the Chiefs.
Which is weird because they hated Tom Brady for so long.
Because Taylor Swift brings in a lot of money for them. and
even
pays the
before,
bills.
even before that.
Yeah, even before that.
Well, because he was the next Tom Brady, and everyone was like, I don't like Tom Brady, so let's get this
they're
guy in
get Tom
here.
Brady out of here. And then when he beat Patrick Mahomes, they were like, get him the
Yeah.
fuck
But
out
I
of
would say probably until last year, and especially with the whole Bengals and Chiefs AFC Championship game, a lot of people were unhappy about that. I think
yeah.
at that point was when a lot of the people, public, really started hating the Chiefs.
here. Yeah, they were like, fuck this.
Because by when he got his second Super Bowl, people were probably still oh,
Yeah.
cool, whatever.
But now winning 2 in a row for your third.
yeah, when it looks like they're just going to be the team that gets there every year, yeah.
Yeah, that really sucks. But first and foremost, let's cover the details. Number 1, how did we like the halftime show?
I thought it was fun. I've seen better and I've seen a lot worse.
Because it's very polarizing on social media. People either said it was the best they've ever seen or the worst they've ever seen. There was no in between.
I can't even tell you what I think the best halftime show is.
Because
There's moments I remember. I remember Katy Perry coming out on a freaking lion or something like that.
yeah, that was cool.
But I didn't really like the halftime show because I don't really I don't listen to Katy Perry.
The worst was
But I don't
the
listen to
Who.
Usher
Remember when they had the
either,
Who do it a
I
long
do
time
remember
ago?
that.
And everyone was like, why? They're
Yeah.
60. They're like, what the fuck is this?
They had a lot in the late 2000s, early 2010s. They had a lot of older people doing it.
Yeah. and they,
Bruce Springsteen did one, and it was really good. Rolling Stones did one. They looked old. The Prince one. That's
Prince.
That's probably the most iconic.
Yeah.
That's the halftime show.
I think
When he's
Michael
doing
Jackson's
Purple
is the
Rain
most-
and it's pouring.
Michael
rain in
Jackson's to me is the most iconic.
Miami. That one too. Yeah.
Michael Irvin
Prince
said he
and Michael
ran
Jackson.
out of the locker room to go watch him for a little bit.
Oh, I bet.
I would. He's literally a legend.
I liked the Snoop one 2 years ago.
Oh, that one was
good.
great.
That was
I
a good
loved
one.
that one.
I actually rewatched that earlier today. It came up on my recommended. I was like, I'll watch those.
I think it was better
Yeah, I like all those
than
guys.
this one.
That's-
I think this one was better than last year's, though.
last year was
Rihanna's pregnant ass up there.
Yeah.
She did good,
You want to know what's crazy?
but she...
I'm not the biggest Rihanna fan. I thought she did really good last year.
Yeah,
No,
and
I
she
did
was
too.
a good choice.
A lot of these people I don't listen to, so it's about the show that I see.
Her show was pretty good last year.
The Usher,
Usher was good.
the
I liked
Usher
it.
one, I was like, oh wow, they're rollerblading. That's actually kind of cool.
Usher was fine.
Yeah.
He wasn't
The dancing was cool, I thought.
It wasn't anything to write home about. It was just kind of
Because, okay, when I see people say that, I'm like, what more do you want him to do?
have better songs the last 15 or 20 years to play them during the halftime
Yeah.
show.
I think his songs are really good.
I mean,
Yeah,
Usher
I mean-
has some bangers.
I mean,
dude.
yeah, he has 2 good songs.
that's what I mean. I think I know 2 Usher songs.
But I
But
mean,
when I like Ludacris when he came out, I was like, Ludacris with the Afro's back.
and
Yeah.
when Lil Jon came out for
Okay.
yeah, dude, I think it was good. Obviously, I'm not saying it was the best ever.
I didn't
but
have a I'm not oh, that was shit, or but I'm just no, it was fine.
Crunk came back for the halftime show.
yeah, I think it was cool.
I
His
liked at the
dancing was
end.
cool.
I liked at the end when they were turn the world into the A.
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought out Alicia Keys. Him grabbing Alicia Keys.
That was nuts.
That
That was
Alicia
nuts.
Keys, that was
Crazy.
crazy. But that was just like 2000s R&B. Like
I was like, Swizz Beats is at home like punching air right now.
it made me think.
It's like don't touch
dude,
my girl like that.
He posted like a 6-paragraph thing where it was like, "Oh, I get it." Like
The whole
that's
thing was like, I'm not mad.
Yeah, dude.
It's like you're
Sure
so
you're
mad.
not.
You're so mad.
But no, like it made me think watching. I was like, God damn, I can't believe like the era of this music was 20 years ago because it doesn't feel like it was that long ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Usher was like breaking out 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's not like he like. I
Well,
mean,
2004 was when Yak came out.
But I mean, like by
Yeah.
the time he was by the time he was like popping, it was still like 2010.
Yeah, no, sure.
Like he had a good run. For sure.
Do you know who had a good one? And I don't listen to her music, but Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga's was really good. That all around was just the best Super Bowl. That was the Falcons one.
That was the Falcons one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at the end,
Well,
she like
we were
fell
watching
off like
pouting
the
at
ledge
halftime
thing.
though. We were pouting at
That-
halftime.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure.
Who did the Eagles one? She wasn't the Eagles one.
No, I
No.
think
Was that Bruno Mars?
no, the Weekend. Was it the Weekend?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
dude.
sounds right.
The-
And then he
no,
walked.
no. He did the Bucks one. I thought.
The Weekend
Mm.
had a halftime show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was COVID. Yeah, it was the Bucks Super Bowl.
What a
'Cause I think it was COVID still, so like there wasn't many people there. Who else did a Super Bowl halftime show?
Yeah. She
Maroon 5 did the Rams and Patriots
Oh.
with Travis Scott. Lady Gaga
Yeah, I don't
did the
remember liking
Falcon,
that
the
one.
Falcons
She did
one.
the Falcons one. Yeah.
Look up who did the Eagles and Pats one. I'm trying to remember who did it. Wait, before you say it though, I want to try to get like a really good guess.
Ew. I didn't think he did good. I actually
Okay,
remember
wait.
that.
Who? Travis Scott?
No.
Who did the Eagles Patriots one?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Was it
Let me-
Bruno Mars?
I
Think
gotta-
of just generic singer,
I
like
gotta
generic
dig deep for this.
voice singer.
I gotta dig deep for this.
It wasn't Justin Bieber.
No. Justin Bieber's not doing a fucking halftime.
You're
show.
half right.
What?
Justin Timberlake.
There you go.
That's right.
Oh, I like Justin Timberlake. I don't remember his.
I didn't think
halftime
he
show,
did
though.
good on that halftime.
He probably didn't. There was a little stretch there where they had some crap ones.
Well, like what? All right, they say Nolan, and next year's Super Bowl, I'm letting you set up the halftime. Well, you would say Drake. That's what you would say.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, I think Drake would be good because he's old enough now, where like he can get a big chunk of the audience. Whereas like he's like the same boat as Rihanna. Like he would just be the male version of Rihanna's show. I think he would do very good. You can't have.
I'm not saying he won it. I'm just trying to like who's like the like ideal like person that hasn't.
When they said Usher, I was like, at first I was like, but then I was like, actually, he's
Yeah,
a
it
good
makes
choice.
sense, so.
You got to have somebody that has the broadest audience. Like Usher, like was popping for everybody.
Oh, that's right. Shakira did it in 2020 with Jennifer Lopez.
was it Shakira and
Shakira,
J-Lo.
J-Lo,
Yeah,
because neither of them
They
could
were-
do it on their own.
they were looking pretty good.
Oh yeah,
Oh, they look great.
everyone was just horned up for
Yeah.
it. No one even paid attention to what they were doing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Beyonce did one.
And
Oh,
then-
I remember Madonna.
I remember
And then-
Beyonce's.
Black Eyed Key. Oh, Tom Petty was really
And then
good.
and then Pte's cheating on her. Like you fucking
You
idiot.
dumbass.
I think Paul McCartney's one has a pretty good reputation. I like Paul McCartney.
Mm.
When did Beyonce do hers?
Oh, U2's is a really famous one. I think that's what I think people normally say U2, like Michael Jackson, Prince, and U2 are like the best ones.
Wasn't it the one where they're like, "Can you take me high?"
That's
Creed? No, that was at a
that was
Cowboys
Thanksgiving.
game.
Was that
That
not
was-
a halftime show?
that was
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving for the
Yeah.
Cowboys.
It wasn't a Super Bowl.
No, it was
Oh.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no, the U2
Have
one
them
was
do it
famous because that was the
next
one
year.
right after 9/11.
There's a video of him like flying. That video is like him flying.
It's one of those like what is it, the like Cirque du Soleil guys? They're on like the fucking curtains.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, everyone always makes a meme of that.
that's my
It's
favorite.
so funny, dude. They're like this year's halftime show, and it'll be like that video.
Dude, he was pouring sweat.
Yeah.
Like you could have like farmed.
Usher?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think he was very sweaty. That's what I mean. He had to take his shirt off. Everyone was like, "Ooh, he's taking his shirt off." I'm like, he needs air.
You know, there's a prop bet on his changes of clothing.
I saw one that
Oh,
someone
dude, when he
bet
got
on.
surrounded by the feathers and it was just his face, that was kind of cool looking.
Someone
And it was
bet on
funny
him,
because
it
he was
must-
just like smiling.
It must have been like Bet Online or Bovada. It
Yeah.
said for him to
Oh.
show a nipple minus 120.
Mm.
Oh, he
Someone
showed
hammered
two.
it
I wonder if there was an over/under on nipples showed.
Over.
over half nipples shown.
So like if he like shows like
No, if he showed one or
He's
both.
like a million
I
on
know.
it. I run up on stage and just
Yeah, he
take
was like-
Alicia Keys' top off. That would have been sick. Janet Jackson, nip slip. That's probably
Yeah,
one of
but
the
she's not
more
like
famous.
hot.
No, but that was probably one of the more famous
Oh, yeah.
moments.
Justin Timberlake was on stage for that, wasn't he? That was him that did it.
Was
I
it?
don't remember.
That was Justin Timberlake did rip her thing off.
Yeah, so who does do it next year? I actually can't think of anybody. Because a lot of the new, you can't have like
You never know,
Travis
like,
Scott.
what-
You can't have.
You never know what bowl they're gonna pick out of. They can go with somebody old again. They could go with somebody current.
Well, it seems like they keep going into this pop R&B, hip hop sort of direction.
Is it not Taylor Swift?
It's probably gonna be Taylor Swift. She was the only one that I could think of that would.
Yeah,
but I
but,
thought
like,
she was offered it. And she said
Dude,
no.
the tickets for the Super Bowl would be
$7
ridiculous.
trillion.
Yeah, she has too big of a.
I don't
You
think
could you could clear the national debt if she performed at halftime. You could charge whatever you
Oh
wanted,
yeah,
and people would
I
still
don't
pay
think
it.
they would
Yeah.
do Swift because it would take so much focus away from the game. You know,
Yeah,
like, it
that's
would-
why she said no. I
Well,
think.
that's why the
Half the-
Chiefs.
yeah.
That's why the Chiefs would have to be in it.
half the people there
it's
would
gonna
be just there to
her,
see
and
Taylor
We're gonna
Swift.
be like the Chiefs are gonna be in it, and then they won't.
Because it's so obvious that it won't.
And then Travis Kelce will be up in the box watching her perform,
Wow.
and they show it.
Yo,
And then Jason Kelsey's on the field chugging a beer.
Yeah, he performs with Taylor Swift.
So
can it be? And it would be the first time these two were on stage together for a long time. If it was Outkast, would be a fucking great one, and I would shit my pants.
That might be. It's too late for that though.
Is it?
They missed
Dude,
it.
Usher's like the same.
No, Usher is still.
He's
like,
a little
Usher
bit-
still has a residency in Vegas. Like he's still
Oh well,
Like, you
dude.
know
If
what I
they
mean?
go to Atlanta, like
what?
Outkast would be fucking electric.
Yeah, but I mean it's in New Orleans. I think that's why people are saying Lil
Oh,
Wayne
whatever.
should
The
do it.
South.
ooh.
Lil Wayne said he would do it, but I don't
Oh,
think
wow.
I don't. Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
think he'd
he
do it.
would. I don't know if he would be good for like everybody, but I mean he would be good. He has. I feel like he has enough reach where he could do it for sure.
I mean, everyone has heard at least like 2 or 3 Lil Wayne songs.
Dude, him blowing up in like 2008 or whatever, 2000. Well, pretty much 2000 to like 2010. Like his run is unprecedented, dude. And then, who else would be good? Do they go country? Like, do they like
Oh, they could.
I don't know, like Morgan Wallen or
There's,
something
like,
like that,
Dude, ugh.
or like I don't know.
I
Who
can't.
would be a good?
I can't do it with these like reverb
Bryant?
and like fucking voice effect country singers. They also they're not. It's not. It's never their actual voice.
But like, who would they do
they
though?
go So that's what it is. It doesn't sound natural.
Who would they do though? Luke Bryan.
Is Garth Brooks isn't dead?
Darth Vader.
Garth Brooks has to be like 80.
No, he's not.
No, but he's
probably
definitely
in
not.
60s, 70s.
Yeah, that's too old. That's the Who range. We're not doing
They
that.
did a bunch of people that were old before.
I feel like if
People
you do,
love him.
if you do like, I don't know, you could do like a medley, kind of like they did with the Snoop Dogg one.
That's
of,
I
like,
could see them doing
country.
that with country.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
think
a
that would
very
be
country
cool.
thing to do because
And I'm
they're
the
all
biggest.
friends.
I'm the biggest hater of country music. Like if they do a country artist, I will not watch it. But I could see that being really good.
You will watch it and you'll like it.
George Strait, if he only does old George Strait.
That's how
George
it.
Strait.
That's how it goes during the Super Bowl, though. Like you're just like I don't know. You're
It's
just
sad,
sitting
but I
there.
feel like Toby Keith would probably be a good. But rest
Oh,
in
yeah.
peace.
Should just be like Tobey Maguire, and like he's just like.
Did
Justin.
Miley Cyrus do one? I could see them asking her to do it.
She would not be. No, she's not in that realm.
Well, like she's not that.
She has
she's
two
not
good,
popular
She has
enough.
two good songs. Yeah, no, she's not popular enough. Usher's way more popular.
Yeah,
than-
but she like I don't know. She'd go out there sing her 2 famous songs, then like she
Bro,
loves.
she'd
she
show her
loves to-
tits and then leave.
She loves. She sings classic rock songs like all the time. She'd go out there and sing like a Led Zeppelin song or something.
Yeah, but
Why do
it's
I
not-
want to hear him?
don't know,
Cyrus
yeah.
sing Led Zeppelin?
I'm just.
Well,
I
you
have
remember
no
when
idea.
when she did the fucking New Year's Eve a couple years ago, and like she was like hammered and like her tits were just coming out the whole time.
Oh, when she was with Dolly Parton.
Wasn't that when Gronch spiked something, and then Steve Harvey's like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" Do you remember
Oh, it
that?
was it was a Lego, Lego statue of
Super
him.
Bowl. Oh,
no,
it was him.
No, it was at New Year's Eve.
No, I know, but he spiked it, and then Steve Harvey's like, "What? Why
Steve
would
Harvey,
you do
could
that?"
tell like that wasn't planned, and Steve Harvey was actually pissed.
Dude, who's the 2 guys that get absolutely like so fucked up every New Year's show?
Is it like the two?
Is it Anderson Cooper?
Is it like
Anderson
the two?
Cooper
Dude.
and what's the other guy's name?
I remember like
The other gay guy.
Yeah.
Ryan Seacrest?
No.
Ryan, it's Ryan something, I thought.
Dude,
No.
I don't know, but I remember there was one year where like they were so hammered, and they were
They
like
were hammered this year too.
Dude, they had somebody on, and then Anderson Cooper said to like his partner or whatever, he's like, "We're gonna go home. We're gonna take some acid." And then the other guy was like, "You don't say that."
Andy Cohen.
Andy Cohen.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, they get hammered, but they're having fun with it though. Like they literally are doing shots like on camera. Like they don't give a fuck anymore.
And then like handies in between doses.
Yeah, whereas like Ryan Seacrest is like kissing babies and shaking people's hands.
All right, should we get into the actual football portion of?
Before that, how do we rate the commercials?
We couldn't really hear them.
Yeah, we couldn't really hear him.
I thought they were pretty good. Like there was a couple that I was like laughing at.
I don't remember really.
Tell me one commercial you remember seeing.
RFK.
Ah, good point.
That was a funny one. Like that was a good one. I like that.
Antonio was creaming his pants when that came on. He's like, "Oh wow, this is something." Like you said something like that.
This is something.
Good for him. Me and Christian were like, "Good for him."
No, I did say good for him. I mean, that was a good. You're gonna draw a huge audience, obviously, and it's a lot of people that are able to vote. So
How pissed are like some people? How could whatever station let him advertise on there? It's ridiculous,
dude. They don't give a fuck. Like they gave him $7 million. Like $7 million.
Did Kanye have a commercial, or did I read that wrong?
Yeah,
I didn't. I don't.
He filmed it with his iPhone.
So
that's what I mean. I heard it was terrible quality.
Well, yeah, it was. It was like he made $140 million from that commercial.
Yeah, he spent $7 million on it.
I listened to one song off that album, and it was called Vultures. Yeah. The lyrics, oh my god,
bad or good?
With the new album?
Not good. They're just shocking.
Oh.
They'll make you laugh.
I think it's really... I listened to it. I think it's really bad.
It's really... And dude, the way he's rapping, he just sounds like a little kid. He's like...
Because I'm not a big fan of Ty Dolla $ign.
It's funny because Mike said it's like the best album ever.
Dude.
I'm just not a fan of Ty Dolla $ign.
Is he on every song?
Kanye said something like, can't remember who I fucked last night. I got Alzheimer's.
I think we've proven that Ty Dolla $ign is not good enough to be like on his own and to like carry a project. And I feel like Kanye kind of like didn't really do much, and Ty Dolla $ign was like doing a lot, and I was like, this is a Ty Dolla $ign album.
Kanye drops off for me after the album with Jay-Z, The Throne. I can't get into anything after
The Life
that.
of Pablo is like one of my favorite. I like Donda too. Donda was really good.
Everybody loved Life of Pablo. I don't know, not my style.
Life of Pablo is like my second favorite album.
I mean, I'm one of those people that just say his first album. His first album's a classic, and that's my favorite.
Graduation's the best album
I
ever.
love the second one. Oh, the second one's Graduation, right?
No, Graduation's his third album.
Oh, the second one's great. First one's College Dropout. What's the second one?
808
Late Registration.
Oh.
No, yeah, Late Registration's great.
I think Late Registration first, and then College Dropout. I don't remember.
No, it was College Dropout was first. Then it was Late Registration. Drive slow home.
Let's get to the game. How do we feel about the game?
One of the weirdest football games.
What's your biggest takeaway from the game?
That Kyle Shanahan invented a new way to choke, and it's very impressive even for him to find a new way to choke a football game.
Hey, I was the only one here that picked the game right.
That's true.
Hey.
Didn't bet on it.
What was your biggest takeaway?
You bet on the 49ers.
Oh, I did live bet them at one point, yeah.
So did you pick the game right?
On the podcast, I did. I said multiple times in our like group at the Super Bowl, like I think the Chiefs are probably gonna win this game, but I'm not gonna bet on it because I don't want to be like against you guys.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I didn't have the 49ers. I just I needed George Kittle to play football, and he just decided not to show up Sunday. So, no, I mean, Kyle Shanahan can coach you right out of a football game. We're going to not give Christian McCaffrey the ball in the third and fourth quarter. We're not going to be aggressive on third and fourth down. We're going to call stupid plays. And, just the overtime thing was the biggest thing for me, where it was like, you're supposed to know the rule. You're a head football coach. Like,
yeah,
and you're going out there with the expectation that, like, if you score a touchdown, you think you win the football. Like, imagine they score a touchdown.
That's what they thought?
Yeah.
That would have been funny.
Imagine they all started running around. Like thinking that they won the
stormed
Super Bowl.
the field.
That would have been hilarious.
And then they're like, guys.
They do a Gatorade shower?
Yeah. No. Ready? Because it would have. It clearly states color of Gatorade, poured over the winning team head coach.
Yeah.
So if they lost that game, it would have been like, well, that one didn't count.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. Say they go score. They think they win the game. They do the Gatorade shower. Then they go play the game. And then say they end up winning. Do they do another Gatorade shower?
You have to. But then it's a
I
different
just think
color.
it's hilarious that you didn't know the fucking rules.
It's not hilarious. It's actually really
I bet
bad.
some players did. So like you'd probably have some players running out in the field like celebrating, then there'd like be guys on the sideline going.
Well, the video that came out makes it worse. Did you see like the video, the audio from I think it was Patrick Mahomes? Everyone was like mic'd up, like so they do like the
I
thing.
saw it. I didn't listen to it yet though.
So like it was Patrick Mahomes going out, being like, "What do we want?" He was talking to like Andy Reid, and he's like, "What do we want to do? Which way do we want to kick it if we don't win?" Blah blah blah. He's like, "Which way do we want to kick it?" Because he kept asking that because he knew whether they won or not, they were deferring if he won the toss. So that's why he was saying that. He goes out, and then of course the 49ers win the toss, and they say we're receiving, and he's running off the field like they want it, they can have it. Like, and then Travis Kelce's like, yeah, let him have it, like they're stupid, like, and then it shows Kyle Shanahan telling Warner like we want the ball. I'm like, okay, so you definitely didn't know, and then after they realized, like,
but there's no scenario in which taking the ball is good for them.
No, and then the last part was Kyle Juszczyk on the sideline is looking up the score. He's like, yo, like, even if we score, they get the ball back. And they're like, yeah. And he goes, I didn't know that. It's like nobody fucking knew.
But seriously, though, like, not only how do you not know, but, like, wow, like, I don't even know what to, like, that's just, like, that's dumbfounding.
It is dumbfounding. How do you not know? Like, it's got to be, because it's throughout the whole playoffs. The rules are the same.
Is that true?
I think it's
the whole
you're
right.
Playoffs.
You're right, yeah.
So they didn't go over it ever?
So, yeah, they were never ready for an overtime situation?
They were never ready for an overtime situation.
Oof. I mean,
that's been a rule for like more than
2
a
year
too.
2 or 3.
So that's
since the Bills
it's pretty
Chiefs
it's
Super
pretty outrageous.
not Super Bowl, but whatever that game was. Yeah, it's really bad. Like, you have to know that, and you have to make sure your players know that too. But then when you don't even know, because clear, like, I don't know if he
so
if he
is
thought
there
it through. Or,
I mean, we know he didn't know, but is there a world where like he could justify that making sense, or there's just no way?
He might have had like some rationale as to why they did that if he did know.
Yeah, if you score a touchdown, like that's good. That's it.
But then you give the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes 4 downs. On the
Yeah.
Like, okay,
yeah, that's very true.
That's like, what? You give them 4 downs, like they're getting a first down.
The thing that I don't understand about Mahomes, and it makes me so mad, is like he can look bad for a quarter and a half, 2.5 quarters even, and then like when he really needs to move the ball, it's like a hot knife through butter. Like it's just without a doubt he's getting a first down, he's running for a first down, he's throwing an underhand pass, he's no look throwing if it's like second quarter and like 3rd and 10, he might not get it. But if it's 4th quarter and 3rd and 10 or 4th and 10, like he's like, there's just no doubt he's getting it.
Yeah, because the first 2 quarters they did not look very good.
But like, what's the difference? What does he?
So here's my I guess theory, but I feel like it's not really that much of like a crazy thing. But like the adaptations and adjustments mid game make the teams that are good at that make so much difference, because you could tell when they went into halftime and came out, they were a different team. Like you could just tell that they whatever coverages, whatever defense that 49ers had, you could just tell that they knew how to beat it in the second half. So their in-game adjustments, I think, are the best in the NFL, and that's what makes them so great. And it's more I guess, I think a lot of it goes on Andy Reid, but they're able to just adjust to what you're doing, and they make it look so. That's why it looks so easy. And then like the 49ers clearly didn't have a game plan for the set. They didn't even know the fucking overtime rules. There's no way that they were changing what they were doing. They're like, it's working. Yeah. Even though we're only up by however many points, we're only up by 6 points. Who gives a shit?
Also, Steve Spagnuolo, 5-time Super Bowl champion, is a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Hey.
Also, the defense was good.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. But Tom Brady did beat him in one.
Yeah,
because he was.
Chiefs,
But
wow, he's 1-2.
What the hell was I gonna say? And dude, the way these
Tom Brady
Chiefs
is the only one
defenses
that could
are,
beat him, I
like
guess.
the way these Chiefs defenses have been in the playoffs, are very reminiscent to how the Giants defenses were in those Super Bowls. They're gonna give up yards, sure, but they're not giving up touchdowns. They're gonna make you kick the field goal every time they let you get into their own territory.
I agree with you, but I also disagree with you because a lot of those two Giants defenses were the hallmark of that team. It wasn't the offense.
In 2011, they, I believe, were ranked 28th in scoring defense.
So I doubt.
But they had good players. Justin Tuck.
The 2017
yeah,
was the
very good
defense.
I gotta say
Like,
that
not the offense.
yeah, the Chiefs gave up 22 points, and that's really not that bad for the San Francisco offense, and probably less. I don't want to say probably way less explosive plays than you would have thought San Francisco would have. Saying that, how does Brock Purdy miss 3 or 4 of those wide open
Yeah,
throws?
that's what I mean. He definitely missed some throws.
And there's pressure in his face, and there's circumstances, and I get that, but at the same time, you're an NFL court. Like, there was one to Ayuk that was really bad, and then the one either in the fourth quarter or it was overtime on third down when he was running that out or whatever. Like, you got to make that throw too, right on the goal line. Like, I don't know.
No,
it was a very underwhelming performance from him. I thought he would play a lot better than he did, and it was just kind of like they played him to not lose. They played him like what people call him, a game manager.
He didn't really, like, when you say him, I get it. You have pressure in your face, but make a play if you're going to be great.
Yep.
Yeah, and I do think the tone to start the game sucked when you go all the way down. It was an immaculate drive, and then Christian McCaffrey fumbles, which he never fucking fumbles, which is like crazy. And that kind of just took the air out of it.
That should have just been the warning sign right there. We should have just been like, oh, the Chiefs are winning. Like, if McCaffrey's gonna fumble, like, San Fran's just not winning this game.
Yeah, but I mean, then their defense held up, and then they got 2 turnovers of their own. So I was like, okay, well, they're humming along. I just think that they were never able to put the Chiefs away. You have to
kill
put
them.
the Chiefs away.
Well, that's what happened in the Brady Super Bowl. So, like, when it was Bucs versus Chiefs, like, it was what, 21-3 or 21-7 at half,
yeah, and what
something?
they were doing in the first half was very reminiscent of what the Bucs did to the Chiefs in that Super Bowl, where like, they were coming at them at all different angles with blitzes.
The defensive line looked very capable of stopping. The 49ers defensive line looked very capable of stopping Mahomes.
They were good at keeping him in the pocket.
Not only keeping him in the pocket, but there were a couple times where he broke through the middle and like Bosa or whoever would just like tackle him real quick, and you only pick up like 1 or 2 yards, where normally that's like a 15-20 yard play, and that's just free yards for them. So like, they had all the ingredients. They had a good enough game plan. They just didn't execute. They just went out there and made stupid decisions and didn't make crucial 3rd and 4th down plays, and that's the difference in a game like this when the opposition is coached by. But like, here's the other thing too. Last week we really sat here, me and Nolan, and said, you know what? We're gonna take Brock Purdy and Kyle Shanahan as a favorite over Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes.
After the whole playoffs, me taking the Chiefs.
But every week I came on this podcast and I said, the Chiefs are a really good team and they deserve respect. And then it would come to picking the game and I'd be like, the Chiefs are losing this week because they suck.
But hey, dude, I was saying it in the middle of the year, just like, I know the Chiefs are bad right now, but is this just going to all work out in the end for them?
Of course it does.
And it did. Because that's just what happens with these dynasties.
Swifties.
Everything that can go right for you will start going right for you.
I get so pissed that like I get pissed off at the Chiefs because I'm like, oh well, the Patriots did it for so long.
I know, but
the Patriots were never this fucking annoying though when it comes to like the whole Taylor Swift thing.
No, I know. And
if the Taylor Swift thing never happened, I wouldn't give a fuck that the Chiefs won.
Give me a break between the dynasties too. Like we just finished with the Tom Brady. I don't even want to call it the Patriots, but we just finished with the Tom Brady one because everybody was rooting against him when he was in the Bucs. No one wanted to see him win another one.
Yeah.
So it's like we had no time to breathe and let like 4 or 5 random teams win for a few years.
Yeah, I think it's I get so mad because I'm just like, I know I shouldn't give a fuck because this is what the Patriots did for so long, but then I'm just like, they never had this like this Taylor Swift thing like really fucking pissed me off this year.
I'm gonna be so pissed if they 3-peat.
oh my god. And like and then if like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce get like married, I'm like, dude, like this is like until he retires, I will be forever until they either break up or he retires, I will be forever pissed at the Chiefs and I will hate them with my entire like I disliked them before. I fucking hate them now. Like more of a level that I hate Carson Wentz and Aaron Rodgers and the Packers.
Whoa.
Like, I hate
Carson,
them.
that's a big one. With Carson
I
Wentz.
hate them so much for winning this Super Bowl because it is
more than Carson Wentz.
Yes, I hate them. Like I was almost as pissed as if like my team was in the Super Bowl and lost. That's how pissed I was.
Wow.
I was like, bro, I want the 49ers to win this so far. Every time they showed Taylor Swift, it just grew and grew and grew.
That's
like,
true. I get it.
Bro, it'd be like a run for 12 yards by Pacheco, and they show her, and she's like,
my heart.
I'm like, bro.
My heart fucking sank at the end of the fourth quarter when they threw Kelce the ball, and I thought he was just going to run into the end zone for a touchdown.
When it was like 10 seconds
Yeah, and there was
left.
going to be like the most Hollywood ending ever. Travis Kelce catching the game-winning touchdown at the end of the fourth quarter. But then he gets knocked out. I was just sitting there like, this can't really be happening right now. But.
Yeah, and if they get that first down at the 2-minute warning, the game is effectively over.
So that's the other thing. It's Antonio. It's 3rd and 4 on the 35-yard line.
I thought it was closer.
It was 3rd and 4. I know that for a fact. It was 3rd and 4. But
yeah, I know
wherever,
it was 3rd and 4.
So okay, maybe 25-yard line, whatever. How do you not give the ball to McCaffrey 2 times, Antonio? Is he not picking up 4 yards? Seriously,
it's true. I don't remember.
Dan Campbell's going for that shit.
I can't picture exactly what you're talking about, but
it was after the 2-minute warning. It was 3rd and 4.
And then he throws, and then Ayuk ran like a little like this, and he threw it, and the ball got batted down, and then it was 4th down. I don't know if you remember that play or not.
Vaguely, but
yeah, you got to give it to Christian. He had fucking 160 scrimmage yards. You have to.
And
give
they
it to
gave him the ball twice in the 3rd quarter. Like, what are you with the lead? What are you doing?
If I were gonna talk about this before the game, like if I were to be talking about a theoretical Chiefs loss, I would say it probably happened because at some point you weren't giving McCaffrey the ball enough.
Yeah, it's those in-game adjustments, and then
he coaches like it's Madden. That's his fucking problem.
Yeah, he gets greedy.
He's like, oh, we're up 7, let's air it out. It's like, what?
Right. Well, because maybe he's like overthinking it at halftime, where he's like, oh, well, Christian's having a good first half, so I think they're going to really focus on Christian. So why don't we look?
So
to
he's
do
trying to like
elsewhere.
double reverse.
But
what
if
they're
Christian's
doing.
great, you're going to give it to him anyway, even if the other team is putting a lot of their focus on them.
Right.
He's that good where he can still be effective, even if you got a mega blitz coming at him.
Because what they did well in the first half was they were really like stopping him when it came to running up the middle. So what they started to do was they started doing little screen passes. They started doing they had him running wheel routes. They had him tossing to the outside, running to the outside. They were like making room for him. And then they just stopped doing it in the second half. It shifted. It's like he shifted from, oh, we have to throw the ball more now because they're going to be on Christian McCaffrey. It's like, no, go back to what you were doing. Get him open. Find different ways to get him open. Then everything else opens up. When Christian McCaffrey's playing well, everything else opens up. That's why in the first half they were able to throw to Brandon Ayuk down the field multiple times because Christian McCaffrey was opening that up. And, like, I don't understand how you can have that, it's working, and then just go, you know what? I'm going to crumple this game plan up and throw it away. We're up by fucking 6. We're fine. It's like I was sitting here with Kevin watching the game, and I was like, the longer this game stays close, the better it is for the Chiefs. They need to go up by multiple scores, and they just never could. And that's what happens. And then you come back, and then the Chiefs just capitalize on whatever fucking mistakes that you make. The muffed punt, that was fucking terrible. Where like so then it goes off the guy's foot, whoever it was, and then who was it that it's number 9 on the whoever the fucking guy is goes and tries to pick it up and run with it. Like, bro, there are so many people around you. Just jump on the ball.
Yeah.
He tried to pick it up and run with it, and then he couldn't pick it up. Like, I can't imagine how hard it is to pick up a ball when you have all that equipment on and you're full stride.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just jump onto the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Take the possession. Like, I don't know. I just think, like, it looked like they were not ready. The 49, it looked like after the first,
and that goes back to Kyle Shanahan.
After the first quarter, it looked like there was like, holy shit, how did we get here? They just expected to be up by 20 after the first quarter, I feel like. And then they were like, it won't be good. And they just never had any game plan. That's what I think. They look
also, like when you're talking about how much you hate the Chiefs, for me, it was like I wasn't really going to be thrilled with either outcome with this. Maybe a little bit happier if the Niners won, but like I'm definitely really, really, really sick of the Chiefs winning.
Yeah.
Like maybe I hate them. I have no idea. I just know that Bills game, it was like I was watching my own team in a close game in the playoffs.
But they're back here next year, are they not?
Yeah, dude, and I'll be pissed off.
I mean,
hopefully,
I never see why not.
Hopefully there's a team that's like fun to root for that's in the mix next year.
The Los Angeles Chargers.
The Chargers are going to be so fun next year.
Yeah, I wish all of those players and that coach were on a team that I
that are not
more.
the Los Angeles Chargers. Yeah.
Dude, if they were in
the Chargers will find a way to
if they were still in
it
San
even.
Diego, I'd be like, yeah, let's get rowdy. But I meant just take the entire Chargers roster and their coach, and if you move it over to Denver, I'd be like,
why don't we take the Chargers and put them over there?
Shut the fuck. That's literally what they did. They were like, let's take it from San Diego and move it to LA, even though we have 4 other teams that are there.
So, I don't want to ask the generic question, but I guess I have to. He's the second best quarterback ever now, is he not?
easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he just does.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes, if you put their stats
He's
side,
definitely better than Peyton.
oh yeah,
Well, the comparison right now to me is Joe. I mean, you could say.
I mean,
Joe's...
they always compare him to Brady.
he
somehow.
puts
Yeah, I mean, it is Brady, but not yet.
Mahomes has put up regular season like Peyton stats,
But then also won
no,
the Super Bowls and the Super Bowl
Right.
MVPs. Yeah.
so he's been Peyton in the regular season and Tom Brady in the playoffs.
So he's
Because no one has put up stats in the regular season like Peyton Manning has.
I don't want to hear that. Tom Brady put up 5,000 pounds.
Tom Brady put up amazing stats in the regular season, but
I'd say right now he's either Joe or Peyton level right now.
But
I feel like he's past them.
But what does he need to do to get to Tom at this rate?
Wins 7 Super Bowls.
when
7 is the number.
Yeah,
but
if he gets to 6 or 7,
7 in stats and MVPs, if he could win as many MVPs as Peyton, because Tom is 4 and Peyton is 5
What, Super Bowl? Oh, regular season?
MVPs.
Regular season MVPs, yes.
Yeah, I think Peyton's got 5.
Peyton has...
So if Pat
No, he has 4.
Peyton's got the most ever. I know
He
that.
has 5?
I think he has 5.
Damn.
Tom either has 3 or 4. But if Patrick Mahomes can exceed Peyton Manning, what?
I think
Tom
he only
has 2.
I think he only has 2.
He might have 3.
Check that.
5. Well,
5 for Peyton.
5 for Peyton.
I think Tom has 2. I don't think he has 3.
Okay, so if
You're probably right, though.
because Tom's always going to have those AFC Championship game, the AFC Championship game in the Super Bowl over him. So if Pat Mahomes can eclipse him,
Tom Brady also has 5.
whoa,
MVPs?
Mm-hmm. 2002, 2004, 2015, 2017, and 2021.
Those are
So
Super Bowl
Bowls.
MVPs.
I thought it was said.
I was going to say he did not win the MVP in 2002.
I said.
Yeah, so
regular
if
season.
Pat can win as many MVPs as Peyton, and he eclipses Tom in all of the accumulative stats, then
Tom Brady has
that's
3.
okay.
3.
Then that's something that you could use to like maybe weigh on the Patrick's side over the Super Bowl win that Tom has over him and the AFC Championship.
What
win.
years? Or did you already click off?
2007, 2010, 2017.
Yeah.
27. Okay. So there's scenarios where I think it could work if he only wins as many MVPs as Tom, which he's probably going to end up winning more, and he has.
Well, how many does he
7.
have already? 2.
He's got 2.
Patrick, 1.
2.
Yeah, he's got
2.
2.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The argument's definitely going to end up being there.
The 2 and then the 2 Super Bowls. I think for me, passes Peyton.
If you put their stats side by side right now through as many games as Patrick has played, and
Patrick's
through Tom
better.
Brady, yeah, Patrick is even exceeding him in interceptions.
So that's what I'm saying. If he gets to 6 or 7, he will probably be better than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So what the fuck, man?
But he's not going to get there.
But no, but like he can and he might.
He can. And he's probably not going to play till 45 like Tom, but if he keeps up at this rate, he's probably going to reach Tom Brady's accumulative stats by by the time Patrick is 39 or 40.
I think Patrick Mahomes ends with 5 Super Bowls.
Wow, it's weird that you said
see that. That's
I
what
said.
I see.
I was gonna say over under 5.5 Super Bowls.
Because, dude,
5.
I mean, 7. Come on.
I
What
don't
does
think
Antonio
anyone will
say?
win 7. I don't.
5.5.
I think he's got 3,
Are
5. Give me 5.
So you're taking the under.
I guess I would take the
Because
under.
he's what, 26 now, 27,
28.
28. So I mean, I don't see him playing till 40. Just
So
'cause
give
of-
him 10 years. Okay?
So that's what I'm saying. Give him 10
Yeah.
years. I think he can win 2 more in 10 years, easily.
But he's gonna win more than that.
I don't think
He's
he will.
See, the thing that kills me, and the thing.
So are they the Bulls?
So coming into this year, I said to myself, I have to start looking at them like they're the Patriots. That was a thought that I had in my head.
The
And then
Patriots
all
won 2 and-
postseason, I just went against it. The whole postseason, I was like, it can't happen again.
I think this might be the last one for a little bit.
So they pull a Patriots, and then they don't.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I
I
was,
think
yeah.
because
Sorry.
you can't just keep winning over and over and over again. It's way too hard. Like, and no one's three-peated. I don't see them three-peating at all.
Did you just throw?
Did I throw a...
He just throws up on the mic and leaves. I don't see them winning 3 in a row. Obviously, could they get there?
But then watch them go out and sign, like, who's a free agent receiver this offseason?
Mike Evans.
Watch them go sign Mike Evans.
Or like Michael Pittman, but that's
gross. Yeah.
Or T. Higgins.
Oh.
That you would like.
I think they're going to tag him, the Bengals.
Mm.
I saw it. It's a notification I got.
They get
They
Bustin Befferson.
They say you're out.
What?
What?
They signed me. I go play for the Chiefs.
Yes.
I won a Super Bowl with the Chiefs.
You could do what McCall Hardman did. You could run one speed out at the end of the game. Actually, he caught like a 60-yard pass, so I don't know.
What could I realistically do?
You could
Play
dump the data rate on the head coach of the Super Bowl winner.
I could do that. Oh, Andy Reid's a big guy, though.
You could punt or kick.
I'll be the towel
You
guy.
could punt.
I definitely could probably
You could
kick
punt.
field goals. If I trained to be a field goal kicker,
Yeah.
I probably could kick field goals.
I could be the towel guy.
I don't know if I could punt. Punting's hard.
How would you be if it was like the fourth quarter and you had to make the to tie the game? Like, do you think you could hit it, or are you just getting up there being like, oh fuck?
I think I'd be good at controlling my nerves, but I'd miss and be like, oh shit.
Yeah, fuck me.
If I missed once in that situation,
Oh,
I
you're
feel
shocked.
like
I'd be like, if I'm getting up there for my first time doing it, like in that situation, I don't think I'd be nervous the first time kicking in like a late fourth quarter, like game on the line type
if
situation.
it was a regular season game, I feel like I wouldn't give a fuck.
But if I missed it, then after that, I'd be like, everybody already thinks I'm a choker.
You'd get you'd get the yips. Yeah, I'd be a Lamar Jackson.
So like, I don't know, how do you like show up to work the day after as a kicker when you miss the game-winning kick?
Head down. You don't talk to anybody.
I mean,
Like you're just
It's got to be a lonely job being a
dude,
kicker.
Blair Walsh. Like, do you remember when he walked off the field like alone?
He probably got bullied in the locker room before.
Right,
he went
but
home.
then like you look at a guy like Scott Norwood, and the opposite happened. His teammates were like really supportive of him, and all the Bills fandom like cheered him when he came back after.
I feel like the
That's
culture.
and he was on the team.
that's
next
just
2
that's a
years.
loser franchise, man.
I think the culture and society that we have now would prevent your team from really turning on you. Obviously, the fans will like it'd be like
You'll
a
do plenty of
Parky
comments,
situation.
yeah.
But
where,
there's
like,
probably cliques on teams that are like saying to each other, like, "Man, we do all that work and it's come down to our fucking kicker."
One of the best.
yeah, there's always that.
One of the best videos I ever saw was after that Cody Parkey mess, and that guy on Barstool was like, "Cody fucking Parkey, blah blah."
He's
blah.
walking out of the stadium. Yeah.
Whatever he said in that rant video for like a minute was the funniest shit
It's like,
I've
get
ever
this
watched.
guy out of here. He's like, I never want to fucking hear his name ever again.
But like that was like his 6th doink of the season.
It was a triple doinker,
Ugh.
double doinker.
Ugh.
I mean,
It could always be worse. You could always be a Bears fan.
Yes. I mean, being a Bears fan and then that happening to you is really bad.
That's
but
like double.
yeah.
It's like a double doink. Yeah.
Definitely being a kicker is one of the lonelier spots in sports. Because if you're a punter, like you getting blocked is never your fault when you're a punter.
That's true.
Like no one ever is like, wow, the punter sucks. He got blocked.
I mean,
like-
you can like shank it, but like you're probably not shanking it more than once during the game. Like if you have a shank, like they're gonna be like, oh, the punter had a.
If you get a clean chance at a punt, like
you should.
you're
hit it
really
at least a little. Yeah.
Whereas like kicking is so different. Like, you have to be so accurate.
Punting is just like put it in a general area. Kicking the field goal is like, okay, you're set up here and you have to dead it there.
Because it's so easy for us to be like fat, sitting on the couch eating wings, and then we're looking and be like, he should make this. He should never miss this. It's like 55 yards, bro. If you go on a field and mark out where the 55-yard field goal would be, and you look up, it is so
far away.
It's so far away. I would like. And to be accurate, like Justin Tucker,
but then you have to like battle the fact that like the line's jumping up too, and you have to like fucking get it high enough so it's over the line.
Yeah, you can't even look at it. Like, I wouldn't even look at like the line. I would literally just only look at the ball, and that's why they get blocked all the time.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
and the missed extra point, that was a huge thing too.
Like a rookie kicker.
Why were people saying he was going to be the MVP? I saw that multiple times.
That
the
Moody?
49ers kicker was going to be MVP.
He's a rookie.
Of that game, they were like, oh, well, if the 49ers won, then it was going to be... I was like, no.
Oh, it was 1,000% going to be Christian McCaffrey.
Jawan Jennings? I would have said Jawan Jennings.
Jawan Jennings?
Bro, he caught a touchdown. He threw a touchdown. He had 60
Christian
yards.
McCaffrey had 160 scrimmage yards. 160 scrimmage yards.
I mean, you're probably right, but like, I don't know. He had the two biggest plays of the game. He scored both times.
Well, okay, so here's the thing though. If they win that game, it's all because of Christian McCaffrey. Because they would have got that first down, and it would have been him getting it.
What do you think?
My stussy, dude.
I don't know. I think that people saying Moody was going to get MVP are fake.
No, I saw that on Twitter after the game.
I honestly, like, even after the game, I was like, who's going to be MVP? It's just going to be Patrick because there wasn't really any other outstanding.
Yeah, you kept asking that. I was like, it's definitely Patrick.
Yeah, on the Chiefs, it was 100% going to be him. It didn't matter who did what. It was going to be him.
He could have not played, and they would have given it to
If the
him.
Niners won, it would have been Jawan Jennings.
I think
Christian
maybe.
McCaffrey.
Oh, McCaffrey.
Same
Yeah,
McCaffrey.
It would have been McCaffrey.
It would have been 100% McCaffrey.
Yeah.
It's not because you caught touchdowns, though.
Say that again?
Like, it's not because you caught touchdowns you win MVP.
No, I get it, but like he has the play where he throws it back to McCaffrey, and like that was a really good play, and like I know it wasn't like he did anything that
So
special.
McCole Hardman should have won MVP because he caught the game-winning touchdown.
He got the damn ball.
Maybe.
He was wide open on the last play of the game.
It's not like Jawan Jennings didn't play a good game.
No, I think he played an amazing game. I think Ayuk played a really good game. George Kittle didn't play a very good game. Christian McCaffrey played
because I thought he was
the
gonna
best
have a good game.
I didn't watch any of the ceremony either.
No.
No,
I shut that shit off so fast.
Put that shit on.
I waited until there was going to be a Gatorade shower. Then there wasn't a Gatorade shower. I shut it off as quickly as I possibly
But then there
could.
really was a Gatorade shower.
But I didn't see it on the... Did they show it on the
That was
broadcast?
like an edited Gatorade shower where they're like, let's look at the replay, and then like, oh, it's purple.
Did they show it on the broadcast?
I saw.
I only saw it on TikTok after, or like Twitter.
Yeah, so like red.
And it was like it was like someone on the fucking social admin account for the Chiefs posting it.
I wonder how they graded it.
I have no idea.
I'm glad I didn't bet it because I was betting red, but
I was gonna bet orange, even though purple's my fucking color. I'm such a fucking idiot.
we suck.
If I had said it was gonna be purple,
The only thing I got right all night was the coin toss on both attempts. I did heads and then I did tails.
heads was free.
Heads was free. Heads was really free.
How do we feel about the over/under in the anthem? I heard that there was some controversy.
Well, she said brave twice.
She said brave twice, and I guess if they went by the first brave, it was under. But if by the second one, it was over. They gotta grade it over. I feel like.
What was I just gonna say?
What color boots was she wearing? Did we figure
Black.
that out?
Black.
Black.
Yeah. I think I said black.
I think I said red.
Robert said blue.
Is that what he said?
He said some faded color. You were like, no way. As soon as you said it,
Did
you
he
were
say
like,
white?
no. Did he say white?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought he said like blue or something.
I mean, he definitely said something faded.
You were like, nope.
I don't care. Fuck Robert.
Aw.
He's gonna text me and be like, I said black.
What was the Gatorade?
Purple.
Yeah.
All that.
I see.
All that handicapping for nothing. Of trying to decide what the two red teams.
Isn't that what you normally say is purple?
No, I normally say red. Well, no, I wouldn't say normally. I just go with what I feel.
Wow. Well, you definitely said purple one of these years.
Does Brock Purdy ever get back to a Super Bowl?
I don't know. Maybe.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think so, Antonio? Or you think so?
I think he can, but it just depends on how long this core of this team is going to last.
They have one more. They have one more shot, and it's next year.
I was going to say, how old's McCaffrey? Is he 30?
He'll be 30.
I mean,
that's not terrible, but he has had a lot of injuries.
No, as a running back, that's like 50.
Yeah,
That's true,
I mean,
yeah.
he might be like.
And
the
like this was
lifeline of
like
that
the
team.
1 year he like didn't get hurt
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna be hurt next year.
I was gonna say he's so getting hurt next year.
Tater, that's why he didn't get hurt this year.
Why?
Because I traded him away in fantasy before the
so
season.
did I.
Yeah.
I was like trying to think like, oh shit, what's the most Sal thing?
Whatever.
So who goes back next year? Who's in the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl next year.
Early predictions.
When Tony's gonna
It's not the Eagles and it's not the Niners.
Who is it?
Dude, it might be set up to be like a big old freaking Lions versus Packers thing. Big rivalry in the NFC North.
Well, that's NFC Championship.
No, I know, but I could see it, dude. I could see that being the NFC Championship. I think those teams are both going to be really effing good next year.
I do think the Lions are going to be back.
I need to really feel it in my ball sack, but I would.
So what is your ball sack telling you?
Right now?
Can I take a feel and tell you? Shut up, dude.
Are you okay?
If you say Cardinals versus Broncos right now, get the fuck out of my house.
The Bengals are going to be back.
The Bengals will be in contention, I believe.
If Joe's there and they can make the playoffs, they're always,
They're always
always
in
make
the
a
mix. But can he stay healthy though?
I'm really thinking right now. All right, drum roll, please. The Super Bowl next year will be the Dallas Cowboys versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, until like next year, you're like, Jesus Christ. Like the first week of the Cowboys playoffs, you're going to be like, my God.
Oh, Mike McCarthy's still there.
I was going to say, Mike McCarthy's still there. You're going to look at him on the sideline.
But you're right. It can't be the Eagles.
And what's his face is leaving.
And Dan Quinn's leaving.
Dan Quinn's
It
leaving.
can't be the Eagles and it can't be the 49ers. So then if it's not the Cowboys, that leaves who?
The Lions.
Packers.
I think the Lions.
They're not making the Super Bowl.
The Packers, the Lions.
The Packers are making the Super Bowl. The Green Bay Packers next year are making the Super Bowl.
I mean, dude, do you remember those?
I do.
The
They're going to be in the
game?
mix. They're going to be in the mix.
I
for sure.
think
Like, their quarterback's
I
really
think
fucking
they're
good.
gonna be a really good team next year. Do I think they are a Super Bowl team next year? No, I don't. I know what they did this year. I know Jordan Love's gonna get better next year. I'm one of the biggest Packer fans. Not literally, but like they're like a Broncos to me. Like I don't think they're making the Super Bowl next year.
Give me a
The
big old
Bucks.
fat.
Ew.
Give me Bengals and Niners.
Bengals Niners.
Who's going to be, yeah.
Give me
I'll say, yeah,
Who's
dude.
the sleeper team in
Stop.
the NFC?
the
Yeah, I don't know.
NFC.
I'll say Bengals and. Oh, I feel like they'd. Oh, actually,
Oh.
Bengals Lions because the two cats. Dude, no, that's the thing. I'll say that as my
Kitty
way
cat
too
Super
early
Bowl.
right
Alright,
now.
like-
But like, who's a sleeper team?
All right, like Washington's not a sleeper team. Your team's not a sleeper team.
I think the Bucks could be a sleeper team if they keep Mike Evans. They'll
Dude.
be a sleeper team.
But then they keep Baker.
Is Baker Mayfield
If
going to be?
if he, I don't know if he cashes in and plays well. I don't know.
Is Baker Mayfield going to be the Eli Manning to this Patrick Mahomes?
No, because it would have been this year. I feel like.
That's true. But who's going to be?
If it was Bucks
dude.
Niners in the conference championship game, it would have been a pounding. But
What it would
like
have
49ers would have pounded them. Like it wouldn't have even
Yeah.
been close. So like
because
that,
it should have been the Lions in the Super Bowl if you really think about it.
the Seahawks. Who's
The
their
Seahawks
coach?
could be a sleeper team. I don't know who did they hire somebody.
They hired some weird person. I thought.
I don't know if the Seahawks, if with a new coach, I don't know if they'll be.
Honestly, it might just be the 49ers again. Like that just seems like that sounds like the most realistic to me right now.
Yeah, because there's still like a part of me that it's just like, oh, they would never let the Lions get there. you
Mike
know?
McDonald.
Old McDonald is coaching the 49ers.
Yeah, he was the defensive assistant on the Ravens.
I meant the Seahawks, but I don't know.
What?
I've said this for 2 years now. The NFC's wide open. Any team can win. I mean, next year if I know he was joking with the Cardinals, but the Cardinals signed a couple players and drafted well. Could they not make the NFC Championship?
There's definitely going to be a team in the mix that we're not expecting.
Who? Oh.
Ooh, Cardinals with Marvin
There's
Harrison.
There's going to be a
Jr.
team that we're just not.
Spicy.
I mean, could the Saints, but there could be a team like that.
But yeah, what if Derek Carr just has one of those years where it's wow,
it's just one of those things where it is wide open. We sit here and say, okay, the Niners, Eagles, and Lions are really good. The Packers are really good. They're going to be in the mix. But other than
we'll see if Bill goes to the Falcons.
He's not. They hired fucking. Are you okay? They hired what's his face? I don't remember his name.
His face.
Yeah, I don't think Bill's going to be coaching next year.
Did Dan Quinn go somewhere yet or no?
Washington.
Dan Quinn went to Washington.
I was going to say he's such a Seahawks head coach, but never mind.
That sounds right, but unfortunately he did not go there.
Raheem Morris, that's right. That's who the Falcons went with.
Who's Bill going to go to?
No one. He's done.
No one next year. There's no spots.
He'll talk on TV.
Ew.
Imagine him and Nick Saban doing a show.
Him and Bill Parcells.
What, the grumpy old coach?
Him and Bill Parcells.
It'd be funny though.
Do a show.
If they had an unfiltered podcast or something on YouTube or something I would watch that.
They had a thing with them
because they don't have ties anymore. They can say whatever the fuck they want, and they're gonna be old and
but
grumpy.
They wouldn't, though. They would just be like,
no, they wouldn't do it.
That's why the 30
for they did do it. That's
why the 30 for 30 with him and Parcells was so good because it's they're so far removed from them together.
Him and Nick Saban did
they
one.
Can say whatever they want. Yeah, they both did one together.
Bill Belichick and Nick Saban did one. I enjoyed it.
Do you think they've ever seen each other's junk or no?
Yeah, I feel they have showered together a couple times.
How?
You think coaches shower together?
Yeah, when the team is out of there and everyone's out of the building.
Then it's a coach's shower after.
They're come on, Nick, let's go hit the showers. It's not even a gay thing. They literally just do it out of convenience. Let's save water. Let's hit the showers together. It's we had a nice day work. Maybe a slap on the ass in there. A nice wet clapped slap right on the ass.
What the fuck does Bill Belichick's
goes through the whole
ass
shower.
look like? That's gotta be the soggiest shit ever, dude.
It's got warts for sure.
Ugh.
It's flabby.
If I gave you $500 to lick a cheek of Bill Belichick's, would you?
How much?
500.
No, I need more.
More?
Yeah.
1,000?
I would do it for 1,000.
$1,000?
I probably would do it for 1,000.
$1,000 is yeah. That's
what? It's a few seconds of discomfort, and then I get $5,000.
And it probably it probably doesn't.
No,
taste
I mean, and then I get $1,000.
It probably doesn't taste that bad. It'd be gross, but it's not it's gonna taste it's not gonna make you throw up.
It's gonna taste like old man skin.
Whereas if I got cat food and had you eat my cat food, that would probably make you throw up.
Yeah.
Me licking Bill Belichick's ass wouldn't make me throw up.
Yeah, just close your eyes when you do it.
Yeah, and pretend you're licking your arm.
Or licking an ice cream. That's old man flavor.
My ass looks crazy. I'm 25 years old. He's fucking 72.
I need you to take a mirror, how girls just show their ass naked.
No.
I need that. Send that to me later.
No. Trust me, you
My
don't want
ass
it.
looks crazy.
You don't want it, dude.
No, I want it.
And I'm a young, healthy boy.
Can you spread eagle? I'm
Dude. You don't want to see, dude. That's the Enchanted Forest.
This is the TVMA rated portion of the podcast.
Yeah. Dude, how are we gonna feel about the? I'm so excited for that Dynasty documentary.
Oh yeah,
that's coming out later this week.
And then they're actually, it's about the Chiefs.
It's gonna be juicy because it's not gonna be the PG shit. They're actually getting to the nitty gritty. You saw what Tom's already said. He said it didn't matter if they offered me anything in New England, I wasn't gonna play there.
Wow. Is he an asshole?
So it's gonna be no, he was. I don't think he was bashing Bill. I just think he just knew it got stale, so he was leaving, which makes sense.
So this might be more of a question for after the podcast, but whatever.
You're like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, no.
Raising Cane's.
The schedule for this moving forward
for the podcast.
Yeah.
I think we do the recap episode of what we picked in the beginning of the year. I always have fun doing that. And then maybe we take a little bit of a break.
I mean, we're not
A week
ones
or
to
two.
be like, oh, the NBA last night was so
I know.
entertaining.
No, that doesn't.
Because none of us can sit through an NBA game.
But like, none of us care. We know it doesn't matter. Like the
Yeah.
playoffs come around, like we might be like, all right, let's.
I mean, we'll definitely have to do one soon for like.
baseball.
Well, I guess that, but I mean, we all like college ball, right?
Yeah, for
Talk some March Madness.
Yeah,
I mean,
March
there's things
Madness.
to keep us occupied.
Yeah, we'll have to build a bracket. I mean, listen, we can't do much worse than last year.
No, we literally cannot do worse. than
So
we
it's
did
only
last
going to be
year.
up from here. We set the bar pretty low on our bracket last year.
See, that's the key in life.
Oh yeah.
People say
Sal did bring that
it was
up.
all
the other day,
calculated.
yeah.
It was all calculated.
You in life, they tell you to set the bar high. Set the bar as low as possible because then you can just take one small step over it, and then it just slowly gets raised over time.
Right. So maybe like whoever we pick to win will go out
Wins
in the
a round?
second. Go on
Yes,
the second.
exactly.
round. Yeah. And then a couple years from now we'll have it right.
We might have a final four.
See, I
team.
think I feel like I was thinking too much. Like, oh, I don't want to just pick UConn.
Well, that's
where
what I
I'm
said to
from.
him, 'cause
And
that's
then,
what we
like
did
after
say.
2 games, it was like,
Oh, UConn's the
they
best team
look
ever.
so much
Yeah.
better than every other.
But to be
one of
fair,
these
no one
teams.
really. I mean, people picked them. Like people were picking them to win and go to the Final Four. But like, it's not like it was like a crazy thing to like be like, oh, if you didn't pick UConn to go to the Final Four, you're
Right.
fucking
They were
stupid.
they were a 5 seed, and they were like one of those teams where people are like, outside of Connecticut, they go, oh, they're one of those teams like in the tournament. That,
and in the
like,
Big
show
East,
up.
they weren't anything
I know,
crazy. in the
dude.
Big
They
East.
started off conference play like garbage. They
in
they
the
went
middle
on
of
a
the year.
losing
They
streak.
played so
'Cause
bad.
What they lost over 10 games.
I think I
They
remember.
lost to St. John's.
I think I remember a
went to that game.
podcast where I said like, "Oh, like this team could win the championship," and then like they lost like 6 in a row, and then Nolan's like, "Do you want to take that championship remark back?" Like it was after.
No. My whole thing was they started out really hot, and everyone was like, they're winning the national championship, and I was like, okay, everyone calm down. And then after that is when they went on that six game skid, and I was like, you gotta like, because they hadn't played anybody, and then they played real Big East competition and lost, and then after that, of course, they went and won the national championship.
Yeah, dude,
because I said
they didn't
But,
they didn't win the Big East tournament.
if I
That's
didn't
right.
say that, they wouldn't have won the national championship.
But dude, it was just like none of the games were close. They just ran. They
No,
ran.
that was
through the
one of the
tournament.
more dominant performances I've
Oh,
ever
yeah.
seen.
they won every game by 15 points.
And like
They
the
were never
last
tested.
because I think they lost like 12 games in the regular season last year. The last time they won before that in 2014 with Shabazz Napier and like Ryan Boatwright and all them.
Yeah.
They lost like 14 games. They weren't going to make the tournament unless they won their conference tournament.
Yeah.
They were in it as a 7 seed.
Yeah, this year there's really not. I mean, this year they're just. It looks a lot like how they played in the tournament. Like every game, like they're not really. Like obviously they lost to Kansas, but that was a close game. They could have went either way.
Yeah, I probably would have picked Kansas to win that game.
And they lost. Who else?
That's what
did they
Kansas
lose to?
does in the regular season.
They lost a faded ass game to somebody. I forget. Was it like
Recently,
Creighton
yeah.
or Providence or
Creighton.
They lost a faded
They
ass
lost to
game.
Creighton. But Creighton's good. I'm pretty sure they're ranked in the top.
I think they're 11
15
right
at
now.
least.
I think
Yeah.
I think they're 11.
But other than
since then, they really haven't.
other than Creighton and Marquette, the Big East really hasn't been as dominant this year as it was last year.
I think mistake me if I'm wrong, but I think they've beaten Marquette already, and they beat
They have,
Creighton for the second. The second time they played, they beat Creighton pretty easily. Xavier's not doing anything. Georgetown's one of the worst teams I've
Georgetown's
ever
awful.
seen. I mean,
Providence.
they beat St. John's, which they didn't do last year, so like they're already doing better. Other than Kansas, all the ranked teams they've
Seton
played.
Hall isn't as good as they normally are either.
No, I mean they're good.
They're fine.
Like,
They could make the tournament.
Yeah, they could make a stab at the tournament for sure. Like they could get to like the semifinal of the tournament, or not like the March Madness. I mean Big East, but yeah. I mean they're the odds-on favorite right now, and I
I could see
disagree.
them. Like if they were to play, because Purdue is still ranked number 2, right?
Oh, who cares? They suck.
That's what I mean. I could see this team running that team out of the gym.
Zach Edey's a monster though.
Who? Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then like you just get a bunch of little guys running circles around him and he can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean right now
They
the only
lost to a
thing-
16, right? Last year?
Yeah,
Who?
they lost to
Purdue. Yeah,
They lost to
they lost in the second round. I
Fairleigh
think. Right?
Dickinson.
Was it in the first or second round?
First round. Fairleigh
Well, I
Dickinson.
think it was first round.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
it was the first round.
And it was just a bunch of little guys making Edey look stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they proved like you just have to like double or triple team him, and the rest of the team can't beat you. But
he's also just so slow.
I mean, Kansas is good. Kansas kind of slipped a little bit recently, but I mean, I don't really see much competition for UConn right now. UConn is really deep. They have a really solid team. They could easily go back to back. I don't know.
So when we fill out our bracket and take UConn, they lose in the first round.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Just so we're clear.
Just want everyone to know. I don't know. Baylor's pretty good. Tennessee's pretty good.
Baylor, yeah. Tennessee always. I'm always.
They're a team that needs to go out in the Sweet 16. Like
That's
you pick
what I
them
mean.
a game
like,
or
dude,
two.
I'm always so high on Tennessee, and I pick them to go way too far, and then they never.
Is
make
Illinois
it to the
still in the
semifinals.
mix?
Oh,
Yeah, they're good.
Auburn's good.
Auburn's really good, actually.
There's usually a few like
And they-
sneaky little
Mountain
SEC
West.
teams
Oh.
that are.
Oh yeah, those SEC teams can make some noise.
They
Like
used to be
Florida,
bad, now
Florida
they're
gets
better.
in as like lower seeds every once in a while, and they win a couple games. They're always
Alabama
pretty
was
scrappy.
good last year. Even though
Alabama,
they had a murderer.
that's right. Alabama's been doing pretty good at basketball the last few years. Them and Auburn, the football schools.
Oh, UConn's playing Xavier right now.
I'll still never forget that.
They're losing. They're losing.
Xavier's 1-20.
Are they losing?
They're 1
Xavier's.
in 20?
This has to be wrong, right? No, they're up 10. But
I only got so excited because like that would be the most us thing where we're
holy
just
shit, they're 1-20. I thought
I'll never
Xavier was
forget
really
how
better
mad I
than that.
was during that Virginia and Auburn semifinal game with the Kyle guy fouling the three. I was so fucking pissed.
I had a lot of money against JR in that game, and I had Virginia, and he like loves bringing that up.
Oh wait, that was women.
Oh,
UConn plays DePaul at 9:00. Okay.
that's funny. No, he talks about that all the
But
time.
DePaul's 3-20.
That game was crazy, and he made all three, and he had to make all three. Yeah, Xavier was.
I had Auburn in the Final Four that year. People probably looked at my bracket like in our group and was like, "What the fuck?"
Mm.
That was the only year. I think that was the year I got like second, and I've done dog shit since.
I
Yeah.
normally am like close to the top. Like I don't think maybe I've won it one time or like close to one at one, but I feel like I'm always usually like 2, 3, 4, like somewhere in that range.
Dude, I picked Texas Tech to go to the final that year too. Who the fuck does that?
That's crazy.
You? How's that audition for the Wheel of Fortune?
That was all right. Yeah, no, that sounds so weird. Like last week, literally, my grandfather, like, I walk into his house and he was like, "Oh, I got some news," and I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "What in hell is he gonna tell me?" And he goes, "So I got this email and we got selected to interview for a Wheel of Fortune grandparent and grand
Don't tell me
kid
it was
event."
fake though.
No, it wasn't fake.
Okay.
And I was like, that is
I
the
thought
most
that's what it was.
random thing I have ever heard.
Yeah.
So we talked to a lady yesterday on Zoom, and she was like, "All right, yeah, we're gonna send you through to the next round of this. We'll have you get on Zoom with our producer Aaron tomorrow," which was today, "and you guys will do some puzzles, and we'll get a look at
Puzzles?
you there." Yeah, dude, I did like word puzzles today and shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Make sure you're not retarded.
Well, yeah, I get that, but it's just funny. It's like you little rats. Like,
Well, like you could have
do
like
our-
the best
do our
personality
puzzles.
ever, and it could be like the book.
No, but
or,
that's
like,
what
whatever,
they
and then-
want, more personality. Like they were saying, like we're not really looking
So you
how
gotta
you
do
do
some
on the
crazy
puzzle.
shit in the
Yeah, on the
interview.
puzzles. Like we want to see how you react, like
Mm.
to the puzzles and what you do.
I just want you
Things
to
like
know
that.
if you get on the Wheel of Fortune, you better shut out the podcast.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, I thought about that today.
Wow.
Like millions
They'll
of
be
people.
like, "So what do you like to do?" I'm like, "I like to do a podcast with my motherfucking boys."
Shout out the Underdog Sports Podcast, available at all your podcasts.
Should I cause a scene?
In the next interview, yeah.
I was gonna say something really bad, and I'm so glad I didn't say it.
No, in the next interview, you got to do some out of pocket shit. You got to stand out.
Just pull your pants down.
Yeah.
Dude, what if I'm like,
Just start taking off your shirt in the middle of the interview. She's like, "What are you doing?" You do the rest of the interview shirtless.
no, I'm like, yeah, I had a horrible accident when I was a kid and I can't walk anymore. And then they give it to me, and then I walk into their studio and they're like, "What's going on here?" And I'm like,
"Yeah, I
well.
just was
No, you're
healed the next day."
You're like, I had a horrible accident as a kid, and
I start going like this. I'm like, well, you know.
You're like, I just have to take off all of my clothes right now. Like that's just what happens. Like I'm sorry.
No, you could be the first Tourette's contestant on
Oh dear.
the Wheel of Fortune.
Tony, what do you like to do? Fuck. Fuck.
Dude, I'll probably swear at myself.
Are you good at the Wheel of Fortune?
I watched it last night for probably the first time in like ever, and I did not do very
So
good.
my parents watch it every night, and my dad calls it Wheel of Torture because my mom makes him watch it every night.
I like the Wheel of Fortune.
I would rather watch Jeopardy.
They watch both.
I have
That's how
more
they spend
fun.
it.
I have more fun watching
because it's on after one of the.
Yeah, so they spend 7 to 8 p.m. watching Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune together. And my dad hates it.
That's good though. It's good they have a little routine.
My mom plays.
See, but like your dad's the type to be like, I fucking hate it, but
And
then
he
he's
sits there
playing
and
along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
My
plays-
grandpa would do the same
Yeah.
thing with my grandma. Like we'd be sitting there for Thanksgiving, and we'd be like watching football or whatever. But then it'd be like in between games. My grandma would be like, "Turn on the Game Show Network."
Yeah.
And my grandpa would be like, "Jesus fucking Christ!"
But then like he's playing along with the
Yeah.
puzzles and shit.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, you don't hate this shit.
She, like the lady would get a question wrong, and she'd be like, "Fucking
Idiot.
moron."
Classic. That's awesome.
My mom would like. I walk in my house sometimes, and I see my mom and my stepdad like playing each other on PlayStation in like Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune.
I played Wheel of Fortune against Jeremy in Toronto. Lost like 3 out of 4 times.
Wow,
It's tough.
I played Jeopardy against Mason on his PS2 a few weeks ago and cranked him.
Cranked?
Yeah.
Good, you'll be ready.
Because like when I see geography and like
Oh, yeah.
directors and history and sports as a topic, I'm like,
Yeah, give it to me.
You're getting on the Wheel of Fortune, dude, for sure.
I hope so.
I could see it.
Yeah, but then like
You're yeah, you would.
I'll
definitely
get on there and like it'll be like, dude, like my friends will be like, I can't believe you got on Wheel of Fortune, and then I'll go on there and we'll get fucking creamed.
It's one thing if you get creamed. Like the things that I like will say are the worst is like they'll go to solve a puzzle and then it'll be like it's missing one letter and then like they say the word wrong. It's like okay.
Nah, like I'll win like a car instead
So
of
would
win.
definitely do that.
I'll win like a car instead of winning a trip, and I'm like, oh. But then like they'll be like, you want a trip too, and I'll be like, and they'll be like France, and I'll be like.
No,
And then
'cause
I'll start
like,
laughing, and then all my friends at home will be like, I know exactly why he's laughing. It's because he would rather go to like 15 different places
Yeah.
than France.
But like if he got on the Wheel of Fortune, he'd like win so much. Like he would win the most. Like he would be
No,
like the
Prob-
highest.
Yeah,
I
The
run
highest
so
someone's
good
ever
until I
won.
run so bad at the end.
Mm.
That's how it is.
You'd
No.
bank a shit ton of money and then lose the last.
I was gonna say on the thing
Last
like
puzzle.
you know how like they spin the mini wheel for like the prize.
Yeah.
He would get like $1 million prize, but like he wouldn't be
not
able to
get
solve
it.
the puzzle. That's what would happen.
Yeah.
It'd
No,
be like
and it'll
food
be
and
like
thing,
the
and it'd
most
be like
humiliating
strawberries.
puzzle like to not solve.
He's like Wawberry.
I'll say I'll
Like
say,
watermelon.
I'll be so close and like I'll say it like a weird way and they won't count it and then I'll feel so dumb for like saying it the way I did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fucking idiot.
But that'd be pretty crazy.
Fucking idiot, dude. I'm like that though.
I
I'm
couldn't
like,
be
I'm
on
like
Jeopardy,
fuck this
though,
shit,
so.
and then I like it. It happened to me with like The Bachelor. Like when like Taylor would be watching The Bachelor, I'd be like, this shit sucks. But then I'm like, yeah,
Here's the thing
I'm
with
like,
The
she's a
Bachelor.
bitch. She's gonna win.
Here's the thing with The Bachelor. It's a terrible show. But for like
It sucks you in.
No, but for like 15 minutes it's really good.
It's like when like the girls are all like yelling at each other and they're like fighting over
Yeah.
the guy. I'm like, yeah, this is good.
But then
shit.
like the filler shit, like all right.
yeah, the like soppy love
Yeah,
shit is
no.
dumb.
Yeah. Fucked up.
I'm on a Love Island kick. That show is incredible.
All right, that's the podcast is over now.
All right.
Love
That's what we're
Island, really?
Sal, it's like Bachelor on steroids.
So it's even more dramatic and more.
Yeah, they go into like a house and they have to live in this house for 8 weeks, and they're all single when they go in there. Like it's like I think it's usually like they start with like 6 girls and 6 boys, and they all go in single.
And then it turns into just 6 boys.
And then they do recouplings, and you can couple up. Like say like you're vibing with this chick, and you're like, yeah, I want to couple up with you. And so the first recoupling, they couple up, and then like you share a bed. And then like they do challenges and stuff, but like it's mostly like them in a house, and then like all the drama that ensues. Like they'll be with someone,
Are there zip
and then
lines?
and then bombshells come in. So like a hot chick and a hot guy come in, and then they get to know them, and then they'll be like in a couple, and they'll be like, I like this person way more, and then they break up with the other person. And they're
Damn.
like, I can't believe you'd fucking do this. Like,
Damn.
and it's like so sick. And then the couple at the end wins like $50,000 if you like are the last couple standing.
They're like, you won a year's salary at a mediocre job. Congratulations.
Yeah. No, it's sick. It's way better than The Bachelor. I'll never go back to watch The Bachelor ever again.
I'll watch neither.
You should watch Love Island.
We'll see. Maybe on my deathbed.
I'd have a hard time with stuff like that. Just reality shows in general.
They're gay and
No,
stupid.
you watch like the news, so I don't want to fucking.
I watch the news.
You definitely watch. The
you
news.
watch like.
I don't watch the
You
news.
watch like the.
You
the
think
watch
You think I
World
watch
War II in color.
Yeah, he watches it. You love the History Channel or National Geographic.
Dude, the History Channel is
You love,
not
like,
even the
Pawn
History
Stars.
Channel anymore. If you, dude, they don't show
See, like,
history.
just so you know that.
They don't show history stuff on the History Channel.
What do they show?
It's always like UFOs or Pawn Stars. It's
You
dude,
love Pawn Stars.
I don't watch Pawn Stars.
His son died of fentanyl.
Yeah, I did see that.
That's
That was-
awful.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago, right? Or
Yeah,
like a month ago.
That was recent.
No, I should watch more documentaries though. I used to be a big documentary like teenager.
I'm humping that fucking Patriots one that comes out.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I had like a free 3 months trial for Apple Plus. I'm gonna hammer it and just watch that.
Oh, there's a show on there I want to watch.
I hope they don't do the thing where they pull out like one episode like a week.
There's a crazy space show that's coming out, I think, called Constellation on Apple TV Plus, and it looks really cool.
You'll be proud of me. I watched the first episode of The Sopranos the other day.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hey. Whoa.
So I think I'll keep watching that.
You heard what I said, Tone? I said,
Cause I get in this cycle where like I'll watch like a bunch of movies, and then I'll go back to the TV shows, and then once I get sick of the TV shows, I watch YouTube. I'm in between.
Charles Schwab over here.
So I'll
go talk to the Shah of Iran, and I'll get back to you. Yeah, no, I love. That's a good show.
Once
Hope we get into
you're a little older, we'll talk about it.
Once I grow up.
Once you grow up.
Can't wait till you meet Ralphie.
Jesus.
All right.
She was just a fucking hooah.
All right, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think we're good. Anything else? Anything? Any final words? Other than you getting on the Wheel of Fortune.
Long live the fighters.
Long live Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship.
You don't mean that though.
I do mean it. I hope they find love. I hope they end up together.
They should
forever.
go on Love Island.
They should go on Love Island. It would not last.
All right, I'm gay, so I love you.
Okay.
We'll be back for Antonio and Nolan's special on Dune Part 2.
Yeah. We should do movie reviews till next.
Dude, I'm not
Wow.
kidding. I would be so down for that. Like we all do like a movie a week.
We just
and
don't
talk
do a
about it.
sports podcast for the off season. We do like another
just
podcast.
movie club.
Yeah. All right. I'm down. Over and out.